Okay, hey everybody. Today is May 26th. It is Memorial Day weekend. So I thought about not doing a call tonight, and then I thought, no, I'm going to do it anyway. So we're doing the call. So happy Memorial Day. I hope you guys are having fun somewhere, doing something fun with your family or friends. And I personally just rolled into the house about 5 minutes ago. And so anyway, I wrote down what I wanted to talk about in the car. We were in Savannah, Georgia, which is about 3 hours from here. And so anyway, I've had a great weekend. So what I want to talk to you guys today about is how to make yourself known in a community with Mary Kay. And, I was thinking back to how you want people to take you as a professional beauty consultant and see you as someone who really owns their own business, not someone just playing around with it, someone who, like, you're serious about your business. You're a boss babe, okay? So I'm going to give you actually 14 things. And so if you are home, you can write them down or you can go back and listen to it later. But 14 things that you could do this week to make yourself known in your community so that you can increase your Mary Kay business, your sales, that people, when they think of Mary Kay in your area, they think of you. Okay. So I was thinking about when I started Mary Kay, and, most of us, when we started, we have another job. Okay. And so, most people think of you as that job instead of your Mary Kay job, unless you've been in Mary Kay a good while and you're just doing Mary Kay full time. So especially when you first get started. So you got to make it known of what you do. And I'm going to give you a few tips. Okay. So first of all, number one, always ask people, when you meet people for the first time, always ask people, say, well, what do you do? I do this all the time. Anytime I meet someone new, I'll say, what do you do? And they'll say, and they'll tell me what they do, where they work, or if they're a student, or if they're a stay-at-home mom, or whatever they ask. And most polite people, now not always, will turn around and say, well, what do you do? And then I'll say, I'm so glad you asked. And then I'm going to say, I own my own business. I've actually been an independent consultant with Mary Kay out of Dallas for 30 years. Okay. Or you can say for 6 months or for a year. Or I recently started something new. I'm an independent consultant with Mary Kay out of Dallas, Texas. And, I've been doing this for 2 years. And that will lead you to a conversation. And then I usually say, have you ever had any kind of an experience with Mary Kay? And they can tell you if they've used it. Most people, because we've been around for 55 years, unless they're really young, will say, oh, yeah, this is what I usually get. Oh, yeah, my aunt sold Mary Kay a long time ago. Or my mom uses Mary Kay. Or I used to use Mary Kay. I've got some of their eye makeup remover. I had a lipstick once. I really liked it, Mary Kay, or I used it a long time ago. I haven't used it recently, and so why do people start using Mary Kay and then they don't use it anymore? Let me tell you why. Because their consultant quit. That's why. Because there's some girl that facialed them, did Mary Kay for 6 weeks, 6 months, and then they're out. And then that girl, she's like, she needs some Mary Kay, and then goes, yeah, I don't sell it anymore. And the girl did not even think to give her customers to her recruiter or her director. They're just out there in no man's land trying to find some Mary Kay, and then they're like, oh, well, forget it. And they just go to the mall. Okay. I'm telling you, this happens all the time. So if you're going to be one that's a boss babe and you're not quitting your Mary Kay, instead, you want to tell them what you do. Now, instead of saying, what a lot of you will do, instead of saying, oh, they said, what do you do? Say, oh, well, I'm a teacher at Lowndes High School. Or, oh, I work in an accounting office at Stuart Falls Tower and Salvi. And, and I do Mary Kay on the side, or, oh, I'm a professional bowler, whatever, and I every now and then I sell some lipstick. I mean, you want to emphasize your Mary Kay above your other job. Why? Because it doesn't do you any benefit to say, I'm a teacher. Well, I mean, that's not going to do anything for you as far as promoting Mary Kay business. Now you could say, I'm an independent consultant actually with Mary Kay out of Dallas, and say, I also teach school, and say, but have you ever had any kind of experience with Mary Kay? Or don't even mention your other job. I'm telling you, when I used to work for my dad, I was a sales. Well, I worked in-house, and they said, what do you do? Say, oh, I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant. I didn't say I worked for Colson Printing Company. I was a computer manager. Who cares? I mean, you know, I love Colson Printing, but I was trying to get business, right? I'm not chit-chatting just for them to find out about me. I am chit-chatting to find out about them and for them to let me let them know that I'm in Mary Kay. So I just want you to think about that. And I want you to put as much honor on your Mary Kay business and your Mary Kay job as you do your other job. Okay? Because it's just as important. And if your goal is to eventually have that be your only job, I want you to go ahead and start thinking and acting like it is. Okay? All right, number 2, get involved in your community. One of the things I did when I first started selling Mary Kay, I was in my 20s, and I graduated from a small school. Like, when I say small, I really mean small. Like, I had 19 people that graduated with me in my senior class. And so I did not know a lot of people. Like, some of you graduated with a class of, 400 or 500 or 1,000, or maybe, you just are that involved and you know everybody in your community. I honestly did not. I came from a very small town, and, I always used to say there was 365 people in our town until I went out of town, then there's 364. And so just a small town. I went to a small church. I attended a small school, and my university I attended was out of state. So, like, none of my college people that I got to know, all those, none of them even live where I live. So I wanted to get to know some people outside of my little tight circle. Now, this was before social media, so you guys got it made in the shade right now. But before social media, there was one way to meet people, and that is to leave your house and go see somebody face to face, right? Your other choice is to get on the phone book and random call people. No good. Okay. So anyway, I thought, what could I do? So I called the Chamber of Commerce, and I found out what organizations for women are in my community. And I thought, what would be a good fit? That's something maybe I could join, that I could meet some people and, out of my normal circle. Because I really just knew the small people, from my little community, and then my church, and then I worked for Colson Printing, and that's it. I just really didn't know anybody else. So I joined a group called BPW, Business and Professional Women. And so they met once a month. It's pretty easy. I didn't want to do anything that was going to take a ton of time, right? I mean, I wanted to be all about volunteering, but I also didn't want to obligate myself for something that was like 5 nights a week or 4 nights a week. I wanted one of these monthly meeting people and something that I could meet women and then participate in their little activities, and I could be that Mary Kay person in their group and get to know other people. And when I introduced myself, it was always as a Mary Kay independent beauty consultant or independent director. Okay? So I want you to look and think of what is in your community that maybe you could get involved with for a short time. Now, here's the thing. There might be several that you hear about. And it may not even be a business group. It could be something that's one of your hobbies. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a sewing group, a book reading. It could be painting. I don't know what you like to do, but maybe you could join something, an outside interest, so to speak, a hobby or a business thing. And then that way would get you out of your house, meet some new people, and that group will end up promoting your business, help you promoting your business for you as well. Okay, so you could call the chamber, but let me tell you another thing that you could do. You could make a list of women in your town that you feel like are professional business women you look up to. And what I'd like you to do is, the women, if you know them especially, or even if you don't, you could call them. You could call these women or Facebook them or however you want to get a hold of them and say, hey, I know that you're a top realtor in our area, and I am a professional Mary Kay beauty consultant, and I am looking to join a women's group. And I just didn't know if you're involved with any women's group that you really like, that maybe I could go with you as a guest or something that I could participate in. Okay, so let's say you had a list of 10 people that are in different professions that you could ask, and it's really pretty easy to see who those ladies are, because most towns have some kind of little magazine, and it shows these little social events that are going on. And you can also look on Facebook, and you can find some of these groups, and you may just ask if you could be a guest at a meeting and go to several of them to see which one is the right fit. Believe me, if you've ever been in one of those groups, they love guests and they love members who bring guests. Okay, so you could be a guest and say, I'm visiting, 10 or 12 different groups in the area. I want to join one, but I've got to decide which one I want to join. And you can go with the one that feels like a good fit for you. So that would be one thing that you could do. All right. Number 3, offer to donate gift baskets to schools or charities. What you would do is you would make a list, look at the schools, the charitable organizations in your community, and think, everybody is always doing fundraisers, and they're doing silent auctions, and they're doing different things. So offer to donate a gift basket. And so what will this do for you? Well, a couple things. Number 1 is it will get your name out there. And if you have a real pretty gift basket, you can write it off, put your name, offer a free facial, but also it gets you in that building to meet everybody else, the teachers, the staff, anybody. If it's it could be even any kind of nonprofit, the people at the Red Cross. It could be something with the domestic violence shelters. You can look in your community. There's the Humane Society. There's all kind of things like that you could offer and say, just go in, ask to speak to the manager, who's ever in charge, and say, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Colson-Eyre, and I wanted to offer that the next time you have a fundraiser or a silent auction or something that you need a door prize for, I just want to give you my card, and here's a book, and I just wanted to let you know that I will be glad to donate next time y'all need something like that. Believe me, they will kiss your feet, because I have been a part of those where you're out knocking on the doors, asking businesses to donate a door prize. And anytime someone asks me to donate, I always do it. I don't even hesitate. And I know that sometimes I may not get a lot out of it, but what I do is every single person that goes by that basket, of course, I'm going to have my business card, and it's going to say donated by Cleta Colson-Eyre. So if 200 people go by, then 200 people are going to see my name with Mary Kay. And it's that long-term building respect in the community, people getting to know you, that this is your real business, and that you're the Mary Kay girl, okay? And I know there's a lot of Mary Kay people in different towns. It's okay, because everybody hadn't thought of this. So I'm telling you now, right? Okay, let's see. You might even offer your services on this. This is on the same one, to these organizations if you feel comfortable, if they ever need a guest speaker, or if they ever do something where they do booths. Okay, which we're going to talk about that. Number 4 is look for festivals or booths that you could set up and do assign for a free facial, and then a grand prize winner gets a gift basket or $100 of free product, however you want to do it. The summertime, people are always having festivals. People are always having booths, and Christian schools and Christian organizations and things like that, they're always doing festivals and booths, things like that they want people to rent a table for $40 or something like that. So be on the lookout for that, and just go around and ask. You could go to different churches or whatever else and say, hey, if y'all ever do a booth, this is my card. I would love to do one. And just, call me and let me know if you ever need a door prize for anything, or if you ever need a speaker. Okay, so speaking, you can speak about empowering women. You could tell Mary Kay Ash's story. That would be something great that you could do. You could pull up some information about domestic violence and some of the stuff that Mary Kay has and how we support that. There's a lot of different things that you could do. I recently was asked this week. I was so honored. The university I graduated from, Harding University, one of the vice presidents of something, I don't know his exact title, but anyway, they asked me to speak at a business symposium they're doing in October for the students and for the alumni, and how that I work Christianity into the marketplace. So I'm so excited, and of course I'm like, yes, I would be honored to, because I am an established professional, and I want to establish myself as a professional. And when people ask you, that means that they respect you. And of course, I'm going to do it. Okay. So think about that. You could be a speaker somewhere. All right. Number 5, 3 or 4 days a week. Okay. You could do it every single day, but at least 3 or 4 days a week, get up, put a dress on, put your Mary Kay pin on and your name tag, and go out of the house, because you are working. Okay. So you're going to go out of the house. What are you going to do when you go out? Well, you need to have a plan because you don't want to just wander around and waste time. Like if you just wander around for 8 hours in your town, that's not really working, okay? You got to have a plan. So your plan could be to make that list of those different things that I've talked to you about, the chamber, the businesses, the schools, make a list that you're going to leave and you're going to go and meet some people. Now, one of the things you could do is you could do a working woman's appreciation day 3 or 4 days a week for different businesses. Maybe take a street and then say, all right, I'm going to hit all these today. And you just go in and you have a little bag and you maybe have some little samples, maybe some chocolates and some lip gloss samples and a little enter to win and say, my name is Colson-Eyre. I am a independent Mary Kay beauty consultant and I'm actually honoring working women this week. And so I would just like, how many women do you have that work here? I go, oh, well, I don't know. We have 10. Say, great. Say, well, I have some samples. I'd like to just drop off to you and a little piece of chocolates in there for everybody because that always makes everybody feel happy. And I also have a little entry to win. And so it's just a little slip. And what I'll do is just come back here and pick them up later this afternoon about 4 o'clock, if that's okay. And somebody in your office is going to win whatever you'd like to let them win. You could say $100 of free product. I mean, I'm like about being generous, but you could say a free satin hand set, $100 of free product and a free makeover, or you could say a free microdermabrasion set, whatever you want to give away. You can decide according to what you have in your inventory, but make it better than a free mascara. I mean, just something, especially if there's a lot of people that work there, right? Now, if let's say there's just 1 or 2 at everything, you could say, well, I'm honoring the working women that are in these 5 businesses that are on the street. And so someone, these 5 businesses is going to win so-and-so, okay? And then every person that fills out the little form, it has name, address, it has name, cell phone, where they work, have they ever tried Mary Kay before, do they have a beauty consultant, would they be interested in a free facial, would they be interested in business opportunity, and just make it really short, easy. If it's too long, they won't fill it out, and then pick them back up, and then you can draw. And then what you can do is, if you wanted to, you could have like a second chance drawing, like one person gets the big one and then call them back and say, well, you're actually the office next to you, they won the big prize, but Susie Q won a free mascara. So I wanted to come by and meet her and give it to her, or you could call her on the phone. So that's one thing you could do when you get out 3 or 4 times a week, get up, put your Mary Kay on. It's so funny because like if you're ever going to a Mary Kay event, it's so easy to book people because you're dressed up as if you're working. Like you have a Mary Kay suit on, your red jacket or whatever. And it's so easy to go because people notice you because everybody is so casual. When they see someone looking cute, they're like, wow, what are you doing? Where are you going? Right? So take my advice. You can't meet new people sitting on your tush at your office. Okay, you got to get up and get out of your house. All right. Number 6. Get your phone book out or look online, Google it, and look up every single dentist, doctor's office, or medical office in your town. Any place that has a waiting room in your town, okay? Gather up all of your old lookbooks, the ones that are fixing to go out, put your stickers on them, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go in every single office, and you're going to say, you're going to go to the receptionist desk, and they're going to say, hey, can I help you? Say, my name is Colson-Eyre. I am a beauty consultant with Mary Kay, and I just wanted to come by, and I have just got some of our books, and I noticed you have a waiting room table with some magazines. Would I have your permission just to put some of these books down and leave them at your office? And of course they're going to go, sure, I don't care. And say, great. Say, and if you have a break room, let me give you a couple put that there, and here's one for you too. And just say, I really appreciate it, and say, I'm just trying to get my name out there. And then they, it's something that maybe you might not get an immediate win, but according to the rapport with the woman, she may say, wow, I've been looking for someone who sells Mary Kay, and then you can go from there. But what you can do is not only put your labels on there, but you can also put something like text to win. And so you could put like something like text the word pink, and then like if maybe put in the name of the place, text the words pink, and then the name of the dentist, and then your name. Or you can figure out something like that. Text, or you might even just type, like, let's say it's at the dentist's office, but you need to ask the permission. So you could write it in, I guess. Or you could just say, text the word pink and your name, and then when you text them back, say, what office did you pick this book up from? You know, I didn't put it on there. But anyway, you can figure that out. But then if you got a text that has that, then they're just sitting there. They got their phone in their hand, and they may text, and you might say it to enter a monthly drawing that you do, you know, like a free satin handset or something. So that's an idea too. Okay. Number 7. While you're out and about with your kids this summer, or, you know, grandkids, whatever you're doing, wear your branded Mary Kay t-shirt. Okay, you know, the Mary Kay on MK Connections, there's all kind of t-shirts, or you may have some, if you've been in for any amount of time, you probably have a Mary Kay t-shirt that you've had from an event. You know, put that on and wear that out. Instead of something else, wear that. People look at t-shirts. People read t-shirts. Don't you read people's t-shirts when you're out and about? And you'll be surprised. Someone says, Mary Kay, especially if you go to the same place all the time. Maybe your kids have practice and you're always there watching them, and you're just sitting there and you think, I'm wasting my time. But you got your Mary Kay t-shirt, you got your phone, and you're doing some texting. You know, you brand yourself, okay? That's going to help you. Number 8, put a Mary Kay sticker or one of the signs on your car. You'll always get some business from that too, all right? And make sure you don't put the marykay.com address on there anymore, because in case you hadn't heard, they are going to be discontinuing that forwarding service, so you want to put your real email on there. And you want to make sure that email is professional. Don't put onesexyhotchick@gmail.com. I think it would be better to just set up a new Gmail with your name, all right? So, or Yahoo or whatever you use. So you want to go ahead and transition. I would just kind of quit using the marykay.com. Mary Kay just said that some of the email people, they're not forwarding it. It's just a forwarding email anyway, and they've just had a lot of trouble with it. So they said people are only getting about 40% of the emails when when they are sending you an email to your marykay.com. So unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit of a pain, but go ahead and transition out of using your marykay.com email. And you can do, if you wanted to do, you could just do your name like cletamary@gmail.com or something like that. Okay. Number 9, in your car, always have a tote full of samples, books, and business cards and career information, because you never know if your sticker's on your car. Okay. If your sticker's on your car, people are going to notice it. And you may be someone that says, oh, you sell Mary Kay. Do you got a book? That's what I always get. You sell Mary Kay. Do you have a book? And then it's so easy. You got it right there and you give it to them. I can't tell you how many people have booked from that right there. You know, oh, you sell Mary Kay. Do you have a book? And so I go, oh, I wish I did. So have something in your car in case you need it. I usually like to have, there's a little office in a box. I have this little filing cabinet. And in that box is actually not only like a book, and my cards, but it has a mirror and a tray, some look cards, a couple of the samples of the skincare. And so I could actually do a facial with the stuff that's in my car. I really could. So now I'll put some of maybe the new foundations in there too. Okay, number 10, ask your schools and your colleges if they do a career day. And if they do, could you be represented at the career day? Could you represent Mary Kay at the career day? Sometimes it could be that you are speaking to a group of 10th graders, and so you're like, well, how can that help me? Because you get in the school and you meet all the teachers. You never know, right? And hey, that girl, if you're doing the 12th graders and they turn 18, you never know, they may want to be on your team, right? But then a lot of times they have careers days at colleges, and you can set up a booth. And it's a great way to talk about your Mary Kay business. And you never know, you may have some young women that are interested in doing something like this. More and more young women really like doing direct sales than working at Wendy's, or McDonald's. Okay. Number 11. Okay. The last 3, are more for social media. Okay. Or the last 4. And so number 11 is, I want you to think about who you know on your friends list on Facebook that have businesses. Maybe they're realtors, maybe they own a dress store, maybe they have a hair salon, whatever they have. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go like their page, then you're going to message them and say, hey, Susie Q, I got a proposition for you. I would be willing to share your page on my public page with a little bit of like a recommendation for you if you will do the same and recommend me on your public page. Okay, so it's like tit for tat if they'll return the favor. And so if they say yes, then you would just get on her page and you would hit share, and then on this thing say, this is my friend Jennifer. She's an excellent realtor. If you're looking for any kind of houses in the Valdosta area, don't hesitate to call her. Now, obviously, you can't do every single realtor in your town right after each other. That even looks fake. So pick the one that's the closest to you that you feel like would do it for you. And hopefully it's someone that maybe has tried some product. And if not, maybe you can give her some to try and that she will promote you. And so you can look at your profile cards and say, who in my customer list has a business that they, or has a ton of friends that maybe would go to my Mary Kay business page and share it and say something nice about me. Okay? People will do that for you. You could be at your parties and say, all right, I got a deal for y'all. Anyone that will post a picture of you on your Mary Kay, like friend me first, okay, and then post a picture of you and tag me and put a little something about Mary Kay and how they need that I will hook them up. Like, you can tell them what to say if you need to. And sometimes you need to tell them what to say and say, I'll give you 10% off your next order. I mean, because, the power of someone else referring you is huge, okay? So that's one thing you can do. Number 12 is make positive comments on businesses in your community. So look on Facebook when you see businesses pop up that are in your local community and someone has a post, go on there and say something nice. You think that people don't notice, but they really do. And when they think of skincare, why wouldn't they think about you when, because you're, especially like at night and you're not doing anything and you're just scrolling on Facebook, instead of just scrolling and like, no one even looks at likes. I mean, you can like all day long, but honestly, do you ever click the likes and see everybody that liked your stuff? I mean, you might, I don't know. I mean, I do it. I like all the time, but comments are better. So if you see a business, comment, this is a great picture. What a great, like, let's say it's a photographer, what a beautiful picture. You do such a good job. People notice stuff like that, okay? You're building relationships in your community. Remember, the title of this is how to make yourself known in your community, all right? Number 13 is some of you, not you, some of your recruits, because I'm sure it's not none of our boss babes, but you may want to just scroll down your own personal page on Facebook or Instagram and make sure it portrays the image you want to portray to your future teammates. And so if it is really out there as far as, you got yourselves in the bars drinking every night and, half dressed and like posting and reposting crazy stuff that makes you look trashy, not classy, I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to do business with you. Okay? So I'm just telling y'all, I'm not trying to be mean, but just look at it, because before you were in Mary Kay, I mean, honestly, post, who cares? Post what you want. It's your page, right? But once you're a businesswoman and you're looking to promote yourself in your community, you have to raise your standards on yourself for your personal page. And yes, it is your personal page, but I'm just saying, I look at it like when someone joins my unit, I friend them and I look at their personal page. And if it's like a bunch of crazy stuff, and I've seen them like, oh my goodness, it just don't look good. Okay. So I think I don't have to be specific on this, but look at your page. If you're new, scroll. Does it look like a professional Mary Kay beauty consultant? And it's fine to post things about your family and your friends and your hobbies and things like that, but keep it classy. Okay. Keep it positive. And then number 14, I would just say kind of goes with that, is look at yourself as a business professional, and anything that doesn't portray that, take it off. You want to refrain from racial slurs and comments. You want to refrain from like going off on some rant about somebody that's personal. I know, y'all know what I'm talking about. We've all seen some of our friends that have done it, and it's just not professional. It's not professional. Okay. So, keep those conversations if you have to have them with somebody in private, not public. So you want to do it where anybody that is your customer that, you meet at a party next week would feel proud to buy Mary Kay from you. So I think you guys know where I'm going with that. Just let's keep it classy, not trashy, right? And so I know none of y'all boss babes are like that, but I just felt like I might need to say it for some of our new people that are coming in that just they're not even used to that. They use it as a public placed event. So, keep it nice. And the other thing is make sure that that you, like on Facebook, once you join, look under your about and it has your work, put Mary Kay on there. Put Mary Kay on there so that if someone looked to see, is she in the business, that they would see it says Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. And, you don't want to blow up your Facebook so much with Mary Kay that people unfollow you because that's all you put. Like there's not one single thing about you. Now that's for your business page. But on your personal page, you want to put some stuff about your family, your hobbies, what you do, things that are important to you, but you want to put some Mary Kay in there too. Okay, so there's a happy medium. If I see someone and I click on her public page, and all it is about that one thing she's selling. There's not one single thing about her. There's not even a picture of her or her family on her whole entire thing. It's just that's really should have been a business page, And so I usually go unfollow because I don't need to see that every single solitary day, right? And they'll do that to you too. So you want enough Mary Kay on there, a couple times a week, you want to post something about a product or an event or something like that. That's perfectly fine. And you can remember the rules of Mary Kay about not posting sales on your public page, and you're not supposed to have any kind of call to action, like message me if you want some charcoal mask. You're not supposed to do that. Instead, you could say, this is the best charcoal mask I've ever used. I love what it does. My husband loves it. You can put a little thing about it. And then you don't have to say message me. You just say www.marykay.com/Cleta. People aren't stupid. They know if they want charcoal mask, they can just click on it. You don't have to say anything. Okay? So you want to look at that. Mary Kay is really hunkering down on people that sell on Amazon, eBay, Marketplace, and we don't want our consultants getting fired out of Mary Kay for doing it. So look at the legalese on Mary Kay In Touch so that you're doing it the right way, okay? And some of it's not Mary Kay rules. It's Facebook rules, because if your public page is like a business, they want you to have a business page for that, okay? So those are some tips that I wanted to give to you today about how to promote yourself in your community as the Mary Kay person. You want them to say, who sells Mary Kay? Oh, I know somebody. That's what you want to do. You don't want it to be the best secret in your town. Does she sell? Like if they go, does she sell anymore? Well, that's a problem, right? We want to make sure they know that you're their go-to girl for Mary Kay, all right? And so anytime that, another little tip that I will tell you is anytime that you deliver something to a lady in an office, any and every time, what you do is when you get there, say, hey, I put like 5 extra books in your bag. So I just thought maybe you could give them out in your tell the ladies that are here, because I just love referrals. And if they buy anything, tell them to mention you, and I'll give you a discount on your next order. Why not? Give them 10% off for every person they refer to you. If they get 5 people that refer to you, that they have referred to you that buy something, give them 50% off their next order. I mean, it's a great way to spread your name. Okay? All right. Well, that's what I got for you guys tonight. It's a little bit short. I am going to ask, I think Sayla is our only director, I think, on here live. So I'm going to let her, if she would like to say anything to close us out, and then we will close it out. So let me just unmute Sayla. Sayla, you still here?
Yes, I am. What a great call. And thank you for those reminders. I know that all of those work because I've done them all at different times. And when you're doing more than one at a time, you will get a lot of momentum going in your business. So Thank you. I'm excited to try 4 or 5 this week.
Okay, good. And you know what, ladies, like one of the things Sayla did, she's working at Panama City in here, and she got an idea from a director who was working with hotels and how she goes in and does some pampering days. So I'm anxious. She's fixing to start that. I'm sure she'll be able to train on it once she does it a few times. So
Yes.
thank you, Sayla. All right, ladies, what I'd like you to do is on our Boss Babe Boxer group, I would like you just to put down one of the ideas that you're going to do this week, because you can have 45 ideas, but if you don't do any of them, well, what happens is you might as well not even get on the call, right? So I want you to tell me one or two of the ideas that you are going to go and do this week. All right. So you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. I know it's tomorrow too. We're having a little get together at my house tomorrow night with my unit, but I hope you have a great week. And, we're going to end the week this week in May. So we have 5 weeks left in the seminar year, and there's lots to do and to accomplish. So I want y'all to make sure you pick out a win for seminar. What is it that you want to accomplish by June 30th that you are not going to put your head on the pillow till you do it by June 30th? Write it down, post it everywhere, and go for it. Go for it. All right? All right, you guys. Thank you so much, and have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.